first day of school. Very, very exciting.
Do you have any idea about all the news and surprises that Pixar is planning for Inside Out 2? And how many new emotions will be in this new movie? Inside Out is one of Pixar's best films. So much so that it even won an Oscar. And since its release in 2015, there have been plans for a sequel. Now that the director of the film is the new head honcho at Pixar, it's official that we will soon have the long-awaited continuation of the Emotions adventures. And we've discovered all the details, information, and some really cool theories about this fantastic animation. And we're going to tell you all about it. After the short film that shows Riley's first date, which begins approximately where the movie ended, many people were wondering how Riley's date with Jordan went. If they just went skateboarding, or if something more happened, if you know what I mean. After all, it seemed like a date, didn't it? Even though Riley said it wasn't. Jordan is exactly the boy that Riley bumped into during the hockey game, and the emotions in his head went crazy when they saw her talking to him. That's why everyone was so eager to find out what a sequel with an older teenage Riley would be like, and how the emotions would be acting in her head, since the folks at Pixar confirmed that in the new movie, she won't be 11 or 12 years old like in the first film, but rather 15. If you're older, you know that this is the phase when new emotions start to arise. If you're not there yet, don't worry, you'll get there soon enough. But the fact is, originally the idea for the film was to have so many emotions in her lively mind. However, the producers thought it would be better to focus on just the 5 emotions that were in the film and that we know of: joy, sadness, fear, disgust, and anger. So the big question for the new movie is, who will join the emotions team? That's because Pete Docter, the creator of Inside Out, stated that there could be as many as 27 emotions in Inside Out 2. That's 22 more than the first film. And with so many emotions in her mind, how would Riley behave as a slightly older teenager in the midst of adolescence? Maybe she would already be dating Jordan, or perhaps another boy. What's more, everyone wants to know if one of these new emotions appearing in the next movie will be the good old passion. Regarding that, it's important for us to mention that the director of Pixar's 29th film will no longer be Pete Docter, as he passed the baton to Kelsey Mann, who was responsible for the screenplay of The Good Dinosaur, a film that was also released in 2015, just like Inside Out. That's because Pete himself became the head honcho of Pixar some time ago, so now he's the one in charge. But when Pete came up with the brilliant idea for Inside Out, he shared that it was precisely because he observed how his own daughter went through a range of emotions as she grew up. In a way, the film is almost, I said almost, based on a real-life experience, but presented in a highly creative way and brought to the screen with incredible characters, which are the emotions.
You ready? Yeah. Alright.
And in a way, it makes total sense for the film to revolve around them and the dynamics they have with each other, and of course Riley, to whom they all belong. At different moments, we see each of the 5 emotions taking control of Riley's actions. Now, imagine if more than 22 emotions were added, all trying to take control of the girl's mind. Well, it would be complete madness, or something extremely fun, or maybe both. And one of the emotions that we can definitely say has a very high chance of appearing is passion, considering that Riley will be in puberty. It's only natural to fall in love during this phase of life. It's also when the first kiss happens. In short, it's literally a moment of emotional explosion. Perhaps not only passion will appear, but maybe jealousy, anxiety, or some other emotion. We can't say for sure, but we can guess. That's why we want you to comment below which emotions you think might appear in Inside Out 2 that we haven't talked about yet. We want to know what you think and what you would like to see too.
These are my kind of people.
One aspect that confirms that Riley had just turned 12 when Inside Out ended is the fact that Bing Bong, her childhood imaginary friend, was left behind so that the emotions could reach where they needed to be. This shows that just like Bing Bong was left behind, childhood is also something that belongs to the protagonist's past, even though memories of that phase are always there. And the truth is, no one forgets some memorable moments from childhood because they stay in our memories and will always be with us, just like in Riley's case. For example, when we were in kindergarten, the games we learned, and even the children we played with, but no longer have contact with. And all of this is exactly what happened to Riley and will continue to happen because it's part of the process of growing up. After all, as we transition from adolescence to college or work, our friendships simply become more distant or change, often becoming distant memories. But just as some memories fade away, new ones are also born as time goes on. So, there's a strong theory that is gaining momentum, which is the possibility that Riley will also have new emotions since this new movie may introduce new characters created just for it. Many people are speculating that Riley may even gain a little brother or sister, which would be really cool. Because, besides bringing new memories and experiences, it could also awaken new and different emotions in the teenager. If you watched the short film about Riley's first date, you saw that at the end of it, her parents, the dad and the mom, shared a loving kiss. Who knows, Maybe that could also indicate the arrival of a new child, full of their own emotions in their little mind as well? And in truth, Inside Out is all about emotions, those super likable characters that those who watched must have enjoyed. Just imagine Riley in puberty, bursting with emotions, and also having a little sister to help take care of. It would be super funny.
She's okay.
In fact, one of the people who spoke about Riley's puberty and how it will be further explored in the second film was the voice actress of Joy, one of the main characters from the first film, Amy Poehler. She said that the film will show how adolescence can be difficult and frustrating. If you enjoyed Inside Out and want to watch Inside Out 2, comment #Joy down below so we know that you're just as excited as we are for this new Pixar film.
This is the greatest day of my life!
She has already confirmed that she will be in the second film. However, as it has been a few years since Inside Out was released, some of the voice actors have grown in their careers and have become more famous. And with fame comes what? If you said higher salary, you're right. And that's exactly the case for both the voice actors of Disgust and Fear, who are actress Mindy Kaling and Bill Hader. Realistically, the two characters, although very entertaining, were supporting roles in the film. And because of that, they receive less pay than the voice actors who have more lines and the characters that are more important to the film's plot, which is normal. If you don't know who they are, Mindy is an actress who has appeared in several comedy series, including one created by her and named after her called The Mindy Project, which had 6 seasons. Bill Hader, on the other hand, has played various roles in different films, but more recently, he is also the lead character in a successful series called Barry. And since both of them have literally become Hollywood stars, they charge a higher fee to participate in any film. For this reason, Pixar politely declined their participation in the upcoming film. At least that's what we imagine. So far, it has been confirmed that Amy, who voices Joy, and Phyllis Smith, who voices Sadness, will be back in the new film. Oh, and the original voice actor for Anger, Lewis Black, also returns to the team of emotions. The lingering question, in fact, is whether only these two voice actors will be changed or if other members of the voice cast will be replaced as well, which has not been revealed yet. Another very important point being debated is that it's clear that the emotion at the center of the control panel is usually the dominant one and governs most of what happens in a person's mind. For example, in Riley's dad's mind, the emotion that's always at the center of the control panel is anger, while in her mom's mind, it's sadness that's in control. And in Riley's mind, it's joy, at least for now. And that's exactly the hypothesis being raised. One of these new emotions that will appear in the movie may rival joy to take control of the control panel. Perhaps passion or romance might want to take over the girl's mind, which would make total sense. And it would really bring a cool dynamic to the film as well. With all these expectations and possibilities of so many new emotions being part of the team that resides in Riley's head, Inside Out 2 is set to be released in 2024. More precisely, on June 14th, people are really excited for this sequel, which would be one of the greatest Disney animations of all time. And we're eager to see how Riley and her emotions will behave as she grows up and matures. These are the information, details, and theories that exist about Inside Out 2. Comment down below if you've already watched Inside Out and if you like the movie. We want to know. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. Until next time, bye-bye!